it gave you extra time, especially a little bit later, to kill some clock. Obviously, keeping possessions are important no matter what time of the game they come in.
They were. What it allowed us to do, because we were doing a good job of taking care of the ball, it allowed us to shorten the game in the second half. There was probably about half as many possessions as there probably could have been if we didn't offensive rebound the way we did. And we didn't come up empty when we got the offensive rebound. We got another good possession, another good shot. We either got the ball again or we got 2 points out of it. So, what can you say? Bolter and Vaughn are just playing terrific basketball right now in terms of doing the little things, rebounding the ball, and then you put Kyle and Rocky in the mix, and then we still got guys coming off the bench.
Who's that little kid, Ehrlich?
Matt Ehrlich, freshman.
He's got 4 rebounds, and doesn't come up to my belt.
He's a good jumper. He's a good athlete. He's kind of got that knack for the ball, a little bit like Rocky did or does. So he's kind of got that little bit of a knack where he knows how to go get the ball. So we're happy. Like I said, I was a little worried of playing back-to-back with a short bench. And the guys just keep surprising me and making plays, and I'm happy where the team is right now.
But Rocky DeAndre, fourth quarter, he had struggled to find a shot, I think, early in the game, but fourth quarter really was not only drive but create as well to take you guys off and talk about that.
He did. He hit the big floater or the little fadeaway in the lane that was a big basket at that time. He's just one of those kids. He keeps coming at you. Probably the play that I remember the most about Rocky in the game is they come down and hit a basket to either tie it or be down 1, and he goes down and gets a layup out of transition. And those are like free points for us when he can get those things like that. He's not forcing it. He's not turning the ball over a lot. He's not giving up baskets out of turnovers if he does. He's playing really solid basketball right now. I'm very happy with him.
Was it a matchup zone you guys are playing? Or?
It wasn't.
Okay.
It was a 2-3 and defend the 3-point line.
Okay.
So it was it has some matchup principles, but we're not running with cutters. We're really just trying to protect the 3-point line with their shooters.
Was that based on personnel? You probably couldn't match up with Donovan at 6'6", being a UNH football commit and trying to...
It was really, when he called the timeout, I knew they had cut it down to either 5 or 6 or whatever the score was when he called the timeout. I knew he was really eager to get a basket, so I said, why don't we switch for one possession so they can't run whatever play he drew up. And then they had such a kind of an ugly possession. I was like, well, let's stay in it until they find a way to do it. And they ended up having 2 pretty good possessions, but coming up short, arming the shots. So that's kind of why we stuck in it. Really was just kind of a one-possession thing, and the guys looked like they were comfortable doing it, and they missed a couple of shots that were open that would have taken us out of it, and we kind of just stayed in it, saved some legs a little bit. But I think our key in the fourth was obviously Rocky's couple of big shots, and then I was controlling the clock.
How about Bolter and Bowen, the way they've slid into the post for you guys, and just kind of taking on that role? It seems like no matter where these guys are on the floor, they know what their responsibility is and know what everyone's supposed to do.
I coming into the season, if you had asked me my biggest concern about this team, knowing what we're missing, I would have said rebounding. And ironically, I don't think we've had an opponent out-rebound us yet. So to me, that's a good sign, and it's primarily because of Bolter and Bowen. Up to, I don't know tonight, but up tonight, Bolter's had double-digit rebounds in every game, which is just he's going after the ball on both ends of the floor. He's keeping balls alive. We're doing a really good job of team rebounding, too, where guys block out and the guards are getting, like your Ehrlich today got 3 or 4 rebounds there in the fourth or the third, because we're blocking out the big guys and he now sneaks in and gets the ball. So I think they've made a commitment knowing that that's going to be a weakness going forward that we have to overcome.
When they're switching like that, is there sort of like principle or technique you have these guys follow so that when they are asked to press into that role, they don't make... I
think it's just their basketball IQ. Yeah. I referenced it last. I think they're competitive. They want to win. They understand as much as I do and other people in the gym that are basketball junkies what it's going to take to win. And we preach these things in practice. And I don't know if I could say there's a team that I've seen that does exactly what we're trying to execute game in and game out. With not a lot of, we didn't practice to prepare this team, and yet we played really well and did all the little things we needed to win. And they're doing that with no practice the day before.